Missing Michael Vaughan, Monkey Mondays, where we only cover the facts. South American President Nelson Mandela once said, "Together as a nation, we have the obligation to put sunshine into the hearts of our little ones. They are our precious possessions. They deserve what happiness life can offer."
Because somebody has to know something, somebody has to have seen something. And you just try to keep pushing forward.
Michael Joseph Bond, affectionately called Monkey by his family, entered the world on June 24th, 2016, as the cherished son of Tyler Vaughn and Brandy Neal, residing in a neighborhood adjacent to Southwest Ninth Street in Fruitland, Idaho. Fruitland, nestled along the Snake and Payette Rivers in Payette County, Idaho, lies on the scenic U.S. Route 95 in the Treasure Valley of Southwest Idaho, approximately 50 miles west of Boise, bordering Oregon. Fruitland boasts its namesake orchards and proudly bears the Montclair, the Big Apple of Idaho. As per the 2010 census, the city's population surpassed 4,500 residents. On a warm day on July 27th, 2021, Brandy missed a stretch of consecutive workdays, anticipated a few upcoming days off for much needed relaxation and quality time with her children. Departing for work, she exchanged affectionate words with Michael, promising to return promptly to engage in playtime and tuck him into bed. Little did she know, events would unfold differently. Michael, renowned for his boundless energy and familiar nickname of Monkey, was under the care of his father, Tyler, who diligently looked after all the children. Michael, immersed in his Nintendo Switch adventures, reveled in the day's activities. Around 4 p.m., during Brandy's routine check in, everything appeared normal. However, a few hours later, a simple task would spiral into a frantic search. As Tyler tended to Michael's baby sister, whose nickname is Buggy, and ordered a pizza for the family, he suddenly realized Michael was nowhere to be found. Despite occasional wonderings, the disappearance felt differently. Hastily scouring the vicinity, Tyler's efforts to locate Michael came up empty. Panic ensued as Brandy, upon receiving the distressing call, rushed home from work, meeting police officers near their residence, already engaged in search operations. Witness accounts trickled in narrating sightings of Michael within the neighborhood between 6 and 7 p.m., seemingly at ease but ultimately disappearing. Community solidarity surfaced as locals mobilized to calm every conceivable hiding spot,
A
from trash
lobbying
cans to park
investigation has
restrooms,
revolved
in
around
a
almost
desperate bid to locate the
300
missing
tips from the
child.
public. The department says
Despite
every
exhaustive
tip is
efforts,
being
including
followed up.
collaborations between
A
various
lot of
law
focus.
enforcement agencies and extensive search operations spanning residential properties, fields, bodies of water, Michael remained elusive. CCTV footage, tips, aerial reconnaissance, and specialized resources failed to yield any breakthroughs. In the ensuing months, the relentless pursuit for Michael continued, with his family tirelessly advocating and the community rallying behind him. Heartfelt prayers, poster campaigns, and awareness drives underscored the collective determination to bring Michael home safely. Brandy and Tyler worked tirelessly to keep Michael's name and face on everyone's mind. How many times can the human heart break? I don't even know how many times mine does in a day, Brandy told a reporter from KBOI News. By November 2021, with little evidence uncovered, law enforcement reluctantly shifted focus, suspecting foul play. The family, having cooperated fully, underwent scrutiny and were eventually cleared of suspicion. Despite the setback, the quest for answers and closure persevered, epitomizing the unwavering resolve to reunite Michael with his loved ones. For tips, or if you have any information, please contact the Payette County Sheriff's Office at 208-642-6006. Anonymous tips can be sent through Crime Stoppers at 208-343-2677, or call the National Children for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-843-5678, or call 911. Many questioned why an Amber Alert was not issued for Michael Vaughan when he was reported missing. The absence of an Amber Alert following Michael Vaughan's disappearance sparked inquiry and raised concerns. Amber Alerts serve as powerful tools, instantly broadcasting notifications to cell phones within a specified area, thus amplifying the chances of generating leads. However, law enforcement exercises discretion in their issuance to prevent desensitization caused by the frequent use, which could render them less effective amidst the digital way of modern life. Consequently, stringent criteria govern the activation of Amber Alerts. These include confirmed abductions, occurrence within 12 hours of the initial report, the child being under 17 years of age, suspicion of immediate life-threatening danger, and the availability of substantial information regarding the disappearance to warrant public alert. Additionally, the missing child must be entered into the National Crime Information Center. In cases where these criteria aren't fully met, law enforcement may opt for an endangered missing person alert, which employs similar dissemination methods such as email, text messages, social media, and platforms like Code Red. At 9:40 on the evening of Michael Vaughan's disappearance, investigators had extended the notification effort nationwide. Fayette County law enforcement subsequently issued an endangered missing person alert for the 5-year-old who remained missing as the community rallied in the search effort. Viewers appealed for assistance via KTVB TV, urging the dissemination of as much information as possible. The sheriff's office emphasized that the endangered missing person alert utilized for Michael encompassed nearly all tools available in an Amber Alert, ensuring widespread dissemination via various communication channels. Fayette County's proactive measures included the deployment of Code Red notifications, initially targeting residents in the Hidden Meadow subdivision in Fruitland at 8:18 p.m. on Tuesday. This was later expanded to cover the entire county by 9:40 p.m. Such actions underscore the urgency of the situation, particularly when factors like the age of the missing person and the imminent risk of harm or death are present. While there are no rigid criteria regarding the timing of an endangered missing person alert issuance, the Idaho State Police stress that critically of prompt action in cases like Michael's, where time is of the essence in ensuing the safety and swift recovery of the missing individual.
I want to start out by thanking our friends from the media for being here and giving us another opportunity to get Michael back in the headlines and at the forefront. Michael's case has impacted everyone who has heard about it. And due to the fact that we've conducted multiple searches using every tool available to us with no success, it increases the possibility that Michael was abducted.
March 22nd, 2022. Bill inspired by missing Fruitland boy, headed to governor's desk.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for the news at 10. Michael Vaughan's disappearance could lead to better alerts for other missing Idahoans. The Fruitland boy was last seen 8 months ago. On its way to the governor's desk, a proposed bill creates an endangered missing person alert to notify people in Idaho and nearby states about a missing person.
An Amber Alert never went out for Michael Vaughan, a move that drew lots of questions and criticism from a whole lot of community members. Tristan Lewis, who has been following this case since July, brings us a look at this bill. And Tristan, almost immediately after the search began, and even up until last week, people were saying, why was there not an Amber Alert given in this case?
Yeah, so I actually spoke with Idaho State Police last July, just right around when Michael disappeared, and they told me point blank, the Amber Alert never went out just because they didn't have enough proof to show that he was abducted, per se. So, like I said, law enforcement did not know if he had been abducted. Officials were able to issue a code red, but it doesn't include all the tools and possible reach an Amber Alert has that they do have. This proposed legislation would create a centralized communication system and work with nearby states to help find missing people. Nearly 8 months after 5-year-old Michael Vaughan disappeared from his home in Fruitland, his parents, Brandy Neal and Tyler Vaughan, still question why an Amber Alert was never issued.
It could have brought more awareness. It would have alerted the state of Idaho.
Gotten his face out to everyone. bastard.
Back in July, Idaho State Police said Michael did not fit the criteria to be issued an Amber Alert, even with his parents saying Fruitland police were pushing to get one.
Law enforcement, especially doing an investigation and have been thoroughly searching, should have that to their discretion.
Now, a bill heading to the governor's desk hopes to create the Endangered Missing Person Alert, which would notify people in Idaho and surrounding states of similar situations to Michael.
I was shocked to find out that the Amber Alert system is specifically restricted to children who there is a known abduction and that there is a vehicle description.
Senator Abby Lee of Fruitland, the co-sponsor of the bill, says Michael's disappearance shook the entire community. She says an alert like this could have helped Michael's case.
We are one of the only states in the Northwest that doesn't have a statewide system. So that means that in Michael's case, we couldn't talk immediately to Oregon. We couldn't share information across borders. And so this now coordinates with all of our neighboring states too, which is so important.
For Neil and Vaughan, hearing the news of this bill gets them emotional.
I was in tears because it gives hope.
And hope is something their family has not lost as they continue to seek answers to where Michael could be.
Someone knows something.
He's out there somewhere.
If you know where Michael is, please know that Michael is loved and missed beyond everything.
I also spoke to the agencies involved searching this case. Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff says the department is continuing to investigate Michael's disappearance, but he says new leads have slowed down in recent weeks. They also have an FBI agent that has been working out of the Fruitland office over the last few months. And the FBI tells me they have a special agent dedicated to working with Fruitland PD to help find Michael. And Morgan and Brian, both Chief Huff and the FBI, tell me Michael's parents are fully cooperative throughout this whole entire investigation.
Tristan, you mentioned earlier you've done a story before on why an Amber Alert wasn't issued right away. She talked about how they need to have a lot of information right up front in order to send that out.
Exactly. You got to have the information to believe if a child was abducted. A lot of other details too, just vehicle description as well. So many details like that. But something like this is going to get consolidated, and hopefully we can work with partnering agencies, partnering state agencies, just to get more information out there.
All right, it's progress. Tristan Lewis, thank you.
Bittersweet. Governor Little signs law inspired by missing Fruitland boy, April 27th, 2022. Michael's disappearance and the grief his family was facing was noticed by Governor Brad Little of Idaho. And on April 27th, 2022, he signed Monkey's Law into effect. The law established a new endangered missing person alert that runs parallel to an Amber Alert. This type of alert will help catch those cases that don't meet the strict criteria of a full Amber Alert, like Michael's case didn't.
Brad Little today signing Senate Bill 1378 into law. It's also known as Monkey's Law. That's the nickname for Michael Vaughan. He's the 5-year-old boy from Fruitland who's been missing now for 8 months. No alert was issued when he came up missing. This bill corrects that.
Passed Idaho's first ever endangered missing persons alert, what we call Monkey's Law. Monkey's Law established an emergency alert system that lets us send out alerts parallel to the Amber Alert system, so that no other family will have to suffer the anguish of not seeing an alert when an endangered missing person or child is kidnapped.
This is monumental to Idaho law enforcement. I just want to make sure that everybody understands how big that is for us.
Now, Chief Huff says they continuously are working on finding Michael. Tips are still coming in. By the way, Michael's parents were there today for the signing of the bill. And here again is a picture of Michael. He's 5 years old, 3 feet 7 inches tall, weighs about 50 pounds. If you know something that could bring Michael home, email the tip to findmichael@fruitland.org.
Well, this is new at 4. It's now been 9 months since 5-year-old Michael Vaughan of Fruitland went missing. While the family and their community still have no answers to where he may be, new legislation inspired by Michael is now written into law.
This bill gives parents and loved ones confidence that if something like this happens, that there'll be a system in place.
Governor Brad Little signed Senate Bill 1378, also known as Monkey's Law. It will create an all-encompassing alert for endangered missing persons. It will send out a notification to people around Idaho about a missing person. And this doesn't replace the Amber Alert. It will instead combine all other alerts into one. Michael, who disappeared last July, did not fit the criteria for an Amber Alert.
This is a good thing. We're here for a good thing. It just feels a little bittersweet. We wish this was in place 9 months ago, but we're happy that no family will ever have to experience the circumstances that ours has with Michael's disappearance.
And it's called Monkey's Law because that was Michael's nickname. Now, that bill was sponsored by Senator Abby Lee and Representative Ryan Kirby. Lee says the state is now in the process of building the alert system, but she says other states around Idaho have this system in place that they will base it on. Fruitland police say the search for Monkey continues and asks for the public's help in bringing any new tips and information. The reward for Michael's return is now more than $52,000.
The search for Michael will not stop until he's found, and the search remains very active. As I've said to the public, the effort may look a little bit different from time to time, but those of us in law enforcement leading the search and the investigation, Michael's on the top of our mind. He's our top priority, and finding him is an intense daily part of our lives.
Because somebody has to know something. Somebody has to have seen something.
And we're just not going to stop. Everybody should know that. We are not going to stop until we uncover the truth in its entirety, I would say. Long, thorough investigation. The family is not a focus of our investigation at this point. They are continuing to fully cooperate with us. Today, as members of this community, we continue to agonize with the family.
We want to thank all of you, all of the officers, all of the agencies. You guys have keep working so hard. And we're gonna get him home. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna find him.
Michael Joseph Vaughan, known fondly as Monkey, came into the world on June 24th, 2016, as the cherished son of Brandy Neal and Tyler Vaughan. A spirited young boy, Michael embodies the essence of joy and adventure. With his striking blue eyes and golden blonde hair, Michael's playful nature earned him the nickname Monkey, a fitting title for his love of climbing and exploration. Michael has become the center of thorough search operations, with Fruitland residents and law enforcement rallying together to reunite him with his family. Every lead is seen as vital in the effort to bring Michael home. However, Michael has been missing since July 27, 2021, from Fruitland, Idaho. At the time of his disappearance, he was just 5 years old, standing at a height of 3 foot 7 inches and weighing around 50 pounds. He was last seen sporting a light blue t-shirt featuring the Minecraft logo, dark blue boxer briefs, and sandals. Authorities have determined that Michael was taken near his residence on Southwest Ninth Street in Arizona around 6:40 p.m. to 7 p.m. The Fruitland Police Department urges anyone with information on his whereabouts to contact them immediately at 1-208-642-6006 or dial 911. The community's vigilance and support are critical in bringing Michael safely back home.
And we're just not going to stop. Everybody should know that. We are not going to stop until we uncover the truth in its entirety, I would say.
Remember the reason we are here. Michael Vaughan.
You can't take one of our most precious citizens from us and ever expect us to stop.
Where is Michael?
He's coming home.
If you have any information in the disappearance of Michael Vaughan, please call the Fruitland Police Department at 208-452-3001, or you can also call the Fayette County Sheriff's Office at 208-642-6006. If for some reason you need to remain anonymous, You can contact Crime Stoppers at 208-343-COPS. That's 208-343-2677. A reward of nearly $53,000 is being offered for Michael's return.